Hello, I'm Julia Budd and I'm the chair of the Racing Foundation, and I'm here today at the Urban Equestrian Academy in Leicester meeting FR33DOM Zampaladus for the first time, and so it's been a great visit. I immediately met lots of the young people who are here, from some of the very small ones who are sitting on a horse for the first time in their lives, to one who particularly has been on the Riding a Dream programme and is actually starting at the British Racing School in September. FR33DOM has brought a whole range of young people together, mostly from the urban centre that is Leicester, and has taught them both to love horses, but to learn about themselves, but also believe that they've got a future either in racing or in other equestrian disciplines. It's very exciting because, as you know, quite often at the Racing Foundation, we will sit in a boardroom making decisions about funding, and then you come here and see it alive. So a couple of board meetings ago, we funded some simulators, and we saw them in action today, not just sitting there, but we saw the young people really competing with one another on the simulators. So it was fantastic to see what we do and what we fund becoming a reality.
My name is Hania and I'm 12 years old.
My name is Robin, I'm 14. We're from the Urban Equestrian Academy.
They're just like such peaceful animals and just love to ride.
They're like sensible animals, and they're very nice and they understand you.
Hi, so I'm FR33DOM Zampaladus and I'm the CEO of the Urban Equestrian Academy, and yeah, I'm basically the main guy. So the Urban Equestrian Academy was a vision that I had in relation to addressing the imbalance in diversity, equality, representation and inclusion in the equestrian world. So I had an equestrian background, and when I was young, I faced a lot of discrimination, social isolation, and so forth in relation to being in this particular environment here in the UK. I learned all about horses in the Caribbean. Coming back to the UK, which is where I was born, I felt a bit out of place. Many years later, over 2 decades later, I found that the same thing was prevalent. There wasn't much change from when I was young to 20 years later. I wanted to do something about that. So I had a vision facilitating equestrian experiences, whether it was just wanting to participate from a leisure level to actually having a career in the equestrian sector. Every day we have different programs. We have toddler programs, which are more like pony treks. We have junior pony club programs. We have teenage equestrian group programs. And then we have an advanced group of young people that ride as much as possible, whether it's taking our horses to the gallops, which we do sometimes, working on our on-site cross-country circuit, teaching them about cantering, galloping, a bit of walk trot exercise on the horses. We also have a simulation unit, so again, working on the simulators to address balance, focus, fitness. The dream was, again, to get young people as well as adults from the inner city more into this world, helping to change the landscape to make it much more inclusive, which is what we all want, you know. In order for the racing sector to survive, it has to be able to embrace all cultures, all people, and it needs to be able to tap into communities like our community, deprived communities. It needs to be creative, it needs to be realistic. If it wants to expand, if it wants to succeed, push the boundaries and open up that environment to new audiences.